And good morning and welcome to Touch Base Daily. My name is Ron Foster, touching base with you as I do every day. What's going on? What's going on, folks? And it is a new day, and it was a busy weekend. It was a busy weekend and a busy evening last night, um, out and about in the New York City town. And I'm getting all comfortable in my nice little space. Are you guys enjoying the studio? Look, got my book over there. Got the flowers on the back, got the light in the back. Yeah, we're looking really good. And we got Adrian's wonderful, wonderful. I'm teasing because he's in the building. his screen is in the back. And I love it. He thinks I don't, but I do. I do love it. And gives me a little feel like I'm in Japan. I feel like I'm in Japan right now. But anyway, a little taste of a little Asia inside the building. But it is cold in New York this morning. Holy moly, it's cold in New York. And but I like this weather. I like it when it's cold. I like it when it's brisk, as they say. It makes you alive. It makes you stand up tall. It makes you awake. I love it. And so, how is everyone doing on this wonderful Motivation Monday? It is Motivation Monday, and I do believe I could put my little banner up there, right? Motivation Monday, and so again, I am pretty much. I got my stuff all. I got my shelving done for everything in this space here, and Chris was like, "Wow, that space is huge." I was like, "Yeah, it's big. This isn't a good space to be in." I said, and is definitely not trying to get used to someone that's a stranger. I know Adrian very well. He knows me very well, so it's really good to know that. And so I'm enjoying my time here. It's just been great, and it's just you know when you see like I mean, I look at he and Nancy and I look at and I go, wow, I just love watching them. I just love watching them interact and their connection, and I'm getting to sit down and talk more with his son and everybody. So this has been priceless moments. And I don't, you know, I'll be leaving in about 2 weeks, so I'll be heading to North Carolina, and I'll be down in the Carolinas and enjoying that space as well. But I'm so glad I can be here. I'm just so thankful and so happy. And again, for those that are just tuning in, I sold my apartment, did the closing on Wednesday just passed. It was great, and ever since then, I have not been I've been in this new space, and I am so blessed for it. It was also yesterday. I went to the city and for the art exhibition, mix art, and I looked at Adrian and said, "What hat looks better?" And it's good to have someone to poll how you may look when you go out into the world, because when you know how when we folks get older, we don't always know what looks good in the public view. So it's always good to have someone say, no, that doesn't match. No, 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 try something else. So that was really, I mean, it's really good to be not in my space alone, or just kind of like, it's just good to have people around. The blessing of people. I always say the greatest resources on the planet are the human resources. Human beings are the greatest resources in our lives. So anyway, I'm very thankful for being here. And well, if I take off this banner, you can see, let me just show you all of my books that I've collected over here. So the books are over there. You got some books here from uh, McNally. You have, oops, that fell over. Yeah, McNally, and you have my book on the top. There's my little book. There's my little book there. And you have Kamal X over here, David Yarrow. These are some of the people, and Jamel Shabazz. Those are the people that really impress me with their work. And so they won the area to be here, so that way you can see them when you see them on the screen. Anyway, let's say good morning to some folks. I am excited this morning, and I see the first person in the building. And make sure, if you're in the building, make sure you hit the likes. Okay, first person in the building getting the gold this morning is Hannah. She says, "Good morning, Ron and Touch Base Daily family. Happy day. Oh, happy day. Yes. Oh, happy day." Chris R is in the building. She says, "Good morning." And she gets the silver. And Adrian is in the building getting the bronze. Yeah. Let's get it, chat. And I see Elise is in the building. I was acting like Elise this week, yesterday. I was channeling Elise and the art exhibitions. And, so I thought about her as I was doing it. And then when she popped up, I said, "Hey Elise, I'm doing what you do." So she's our art consultant. And Kelly A is in the building. What's going on? Kelly A is in the building. Good morning, everyone. And also the wonderful DS is here. He says, "Good morning, Ron and the Touch Base Daily family." DS here. Okay, who else is in the building? Jazzy Jazz is in the building. She says, "Good morning, beautiful people." And DS says, "I love the Japanese screen. My entire apartment is Japanese. Is from Japan, or is Japan. Really? I at first I had the like this the back cloth on it, and I was like, the back cloth looked crazy. It looked like trash. So I said, you know what? Let me embrace the Japanese aura, because I love Japanese design, and it looks good. So I like it. So it's going to be part of our backdrop. It's our backdrop. Thanks to Dr. Adrian. Mr. Adrian, Professor Adrian is in the building. So he likes that. And I'm loving it too, because he picked it out. Food Play says, "Nice to see you, Ron. How has the past few days been since moving out?" I'm moving out. It has been, to be quite honest, the hardest part, I think I mentioned, was getting to the closing, because you're almost like, is a shoe going to drop? And you know that is not. You know that you're in the right place. You know that you've prayed about it. You know that you've got consultation about it. You know that you're in the right place. You know that everything is right, but you get the butterflies. You're always getting the butterflies. Like, oh, maybe she changes her mind. Maybe she says, "Oh, you know what? The economy's bad, and I'm just going to change my mind," because that's what happened to the first person. And no, she was so happy to get the apartment. And it was so good to see someone that would love the apartment just as much as I love the apartment. And so I was very thankful for that one. And also my neighbors, my two two favorite neighbors that are left. All the other ones have moved. Um, she's gonna fit in right with them. And I told them, I said, "You're gonna love her." And I told her that she's gonna love them. So that was beautiful. And but I have to tell you, it was like the weight of the world was lifted. Now, even though, you make money in these, from selling your home, you don't realize how much money is spent. I was like, holy moly, 50% of it is already gone. But that's okay, because it's gone. And the best part of the day was in the evening. I was able to pay off some stuff. And it just, even though the money was going out the window, it was going out. It was so good to have. I looked at one credit card and I was like, "Goodbye." And it was gone. It was at zero immediately. And it was just so good to be able to clear up. Because I mentioned to you, if being an entrepreneur is not for the faint in heart, because also there are waves that happen as you are building a business. And in the beginning, it was fine. It was great. I mean, you're doing your best, you're working, you're getting new clients. But when the economy takes these major drastic turns, then your clients take drastic turns, and then it changes everything about your financial future and your financial, planning. And yeah, so I remember when I had credit cards as a business person, you get special accounts where your credit card is like, for your business, is like 14% interest, right? That's where I started, 14%. And then after, and that was because of Obama. After the crash in 2008, they put in institutions that would protect consumers and small business owners. But then when Trump took office, he got rid of all of those protections. So then now credit cards can go back to being 28% interest. So if you're a business owner, you have debt, and then now you go from 14% to 28%. Woo! It just keeps adding up. So it's not good. So being able to just be free of all of that is just so liberating. It was so liberating because, again, as an entrepreneur, you have to be ready for the winds of change. And that was definitely a learning curve. But I feel so good that I had the ability to pivot. One of the main words of business is being able to pivot. And it's the same thing with life. Life is all about pivoting. You should be able to assess your situation and pivot if necessary. So, yeah, but I feel like the weight of the world is off my shoulders. No more debt. That, to me, is the greatest feeling of all. Yeah. So, and like I said, I am enjoying spending time with Adrian here. It is it's just wonderful. It makes me smile every day. Every day I've been here, I'm just like in geek, la la land. I'm giddy. I'm happy. I'm having so much fun. So, and I'm going to just embrace these weeks that I'm with him, and before I leave to go to North Carolina, and then it's off we go to the next spot. But I'll be back probably. We'll see. We'll see how it all works out because I don't know where I'm going to end up. I know I'm going. I did not have Florida on my list, but now Florida is now on the list for December. So it could be Florida for part of December and for the end part of December, like for Christmas holidays. We'll see. We'll see. But and then I might have a photo shoot the first week of December here in New York. So I may be back after Thanksgiving. And then to another 2 weeks, hang out with Adrian. And then I'm out again. So, okay. So that's it. That's that. Okay. Who else is in the building? Kimmy Kim is in the building. She says, morning. Good morning. And hello, Kim. See, he says, and then Adrian is laughing over there. Adrian is laughing. He says, thanks, DS. He's laughing. That the screen is beautiful. I'm telling you, the screen is beautiful. And Anthony is in the building. Anthony Rowland is in the building. So good to see him here. And did you write a book? One of the reasons, DS, one of the reasons why I'm going to Namibia is to take time off to put together my first coffee table size book. Yes, like I have this little book right here from my expedition at photographing um, the first volcanic eruption on the peninsula of Iceland, and that little exhibition I did, and then one of those photos made it to the New Yorker. But this book is going to consolidate. It's going to have a broad brush over all my career work. So it'll have protests in journalism. It will have architectural and design. Perhaps it will have definitely landscapes, and it will definitely have wildlife, because that's what I'll be doing when I'm in Namibia. Also, I'll be doing wildlife photography and getting back to my beginnings, wildlife photography and landscapes. So I'll be doing that, and it'll be all in one book. And thanks to Mr. Jamel Shabazz, who gave me that great, great conversation. We had, he's one of my mentors. And at first I was planning to do 3 separate books, but he was like, Ron, he says, you said, just put it all out in one book, put all your career in one book. I was like, yeah, it makes kind of sense. He said, because one is that in this stage of our lives and where we are in our careers, and where we are in our age, you want the world to see all of your work at one time. Especially, this is going to be the first book, like the first major book. And so I'm going to be working on that while I'm in Namibia. So I'll be away for 3 months doing that. And I'm really just focusing on getting the book together, because a lot of work that goes into putting a book together. First I have to what they call segregate all my photos and see the themes within them. And then after segregating all the photos, and there's thousands of photos I have to go through, and then pick the best of the best. And then, so yeah, and it keeps going. So yeah, we'll see how. Hopefully by next year, this time it will be completed. And that would be a great time to launch. It will be to have a book launching in the fall of next year. So that is the plan. We'll see how it all goes. DS, you always got good questions. I love your questions. And if you're in the building again, make sure you hit the likes. Wow. Okay, I see that. Good. Hey, Dr. Tachi is in the building. Hello, Dr. Tachi. Dr. Tachi, I'm coming down to see y'all in December. And Bryson's in the building. Bryson says, wait, where's my drink? Hold on a second. Bryson, I put in here apple juice for you. Adrian bought apple juice, or Nancy bought apple juice. It's like, oh, apple juice. Oh, nice. Okay, good morning, he says. What's up, Ron? What's up, everybody? Happy Money Making Monday, everybody. Bryson, that was short. I was expecting it to be long, but can we all wish Bryson a happy belated birthday? It was his birthday this weekend. Oh, he says it. There it is, already there. It was his birthday this weekend. So if you guys can just reach out and say hello to Mr. Bryson and give him a happy birthday wishes. Happy birthday, Bryson. You are a major part of this community. And DS says, good morning to the one and only Dr. Tachi. Whoop, whoop. So what did you guys, first of all, before I tell you about my weekend, what did you do this weekend that was significant? Something significant that you did this weekend. What did you do this weekend that was significant, that was out of the ordinary, that made you feel special, or made someone else feel special? I see in the building. Also, Janet is in the building. She says, greetings, Touch Base Daily people. Nice. And there we go. We got the happy birthdays going up. Kelly A says, happy belated birthday, Bryson. There we go. And Food Plans, I have the lanterns and more. You would think I was Japanese coming into my apartment. See, Adrian had no idea that this screen would cause so much conversation between DS and I. Japan, like I said, I would love to go to Japan. I would love to visit Japan. It is on the list. And okay, let's see here. Let's see. I see all the cheers and all the happy birthdays. Nice. And Dia says, you're living your best life now. And that's what's up. You dare to step out of your comfort zone, and that's inspiring. There's nothing comfortable about it. Well, some of it's comfortable, but I can tell you, this is definitely leaving the comfort zone. I am used to being independent. I am used to doing everything myself. I am used to relying only on myself and maybe some people here and there. This is teaching me another level of trust in humanity and in people and the people I love and family. I'm learning a whole nother way of thinking, and it's healthy. And also, I'm learning. I was walking home. I was walking. Where was I walking? I was walking to the bus, the minivan yesterday, and I was so excited walking to the minivan. I was like, oh man, I'm getting to learn a whole new way. I'm learning new ways. Like I'm learning how to navigate new sidewalks, navigate new paths. Even I've been in Harlem. I was in Harlem twice this weekend, and now I'm using my city bike. I used to take the city bike to Brooklyn. Now I probably know get to Brooklyn. I get to Brooklyn only to visit my mom, but now I was able to take the city bike and ride from Midtown Manhattan and ride up to the George Washington Bridge, and then take the Uber from there and head to Jersey. So it's been your brain needs refreshing. Your brain needs new material, and so the books I've been reading when it comes to brain health, and you need to keep the brain. You need to keep challenging your brain, so that way the brain is a muscle and it flexes nice, and you start open up another what they call synapses in the brains, like those wirings. So I am learning some new stuff. I'm also learning French, which is really exciting to be. Well, don't ask Adrian to tell you how I sound. As I can read it, I can write it, but now I got to learn how to say it with a flow. But I've learned so far 120 new words in French. So I feel really good. And I have to tell I was telling Adrian, I said, I really do feel my brain expanding. I feel it. I feel it working and processing. And this is all good. New environments, new challenges, new people, interactions is healthy. It is so healthy. And yeah, I'll throw out another. If you haven't read the book on that was called The Blue Zone, the Blue Zones are is a book about all of the places in the world they call blue zones. Sorry, could you say that again? No. So that computer stop. Computer. No, the blue zones are the neighbors, are the areas around the world where people live beyond 100 or 100 or better. And one of the things that they all had in common around the globe, they were interactive with family. Like the older, they're 100 years old, but they engage with their children and their grandchildren and their family. So they're engaging with family. They usually live with family. They're usually learning and processing, and they're seeing the children grow up. They're seeing their children. There's all this interacting with others. And that was a common thread out of all of the people living in the blue zones. Also in the blue zones, these people that are living past 100, a lot of them have great mental health because they are also doing new things. Like I was telling Adrian, I said, I have to come upstairs all the time to get to get to my where I'm staying. And so it forces you to exercise. I mean, I'm on the steps all the time, especially as I'm packing and doing things. And one of the things about the blue zone folks, they were also challenging themselves. Well, it was a natural challenge of where they lived. Some of these blue zone folks were they went to the market every day. And in going to the market every day, they were going up and down stairs. They would travel. They were going up hills. They were, they were using their bodies. So this move is definitely, I feel, the best way for longevity. Now we'll see. When I turn 100 years old, we'll see how good I am, and was it the right decision. But I do believe this is great for brain health, and I do believe, like I said, from all the reading, because when my mother had started with having dementia, or became noticeable and I began to read up on brain health and how to maintain a healthy brain. And so anyway, I think this is going good. I think this is good stuff. I think this is good. I think people need to challenge themselves, and leaving the comfort zone is part of that. That's how you grow. Leave the comfort zone. Yeah, I got that. Okay, you say living the best life. Okay, 2 steps. Whoa, what is a blessing? No more, no, yes, Kelly A. No more debt. You have no idea. Because I'm that guy that did not like debt at all. It was the hardest thing about being an entrepreneur was that you accumulate some form of debt, or being a business owner. You have to kind of like embrace debt as a business owner. And that was one of the things that was my hardest thing to do, because when I was younger, I always made sure I had no debt. It's just like, no, it's no way. So yeah. So it feels good. It definitely feels good. I am currently working on my first cookbook. It's fun and interesting. Really, DS? I did not know. Something more that DS does. DS, I'm telling you, you need to be on this panel. You need to be in this community talking and sharing. Elisa, that's exciting, Mr. Food Plane, Mr. DS. What's up, Elise? Happy birthday. I see all the happy birthdays to Bryson. Okay, got those covered. And today's just gonna be a chill day. I did not do a motivation Monday like I normally do my research and put something together. I did not do it. I just wanted to hang out with you guys. Just wanted to hang out. You guys can just share. If you want to come on, you're more than welcome to come on as well. You are more than welcome to come on. Just let me know, and then I'll queue up that QR code over here. I'll get that set up for you if you want to come on. And I see Anthony. Agent's talking to Anthony. Anthony Rowland, we don't want him reading that live. Oh, goodness, Adrian. And the food plane says, yes, well said. As I've said many times before, it's not so much the years in your life that matter as much as the life in your years. This is true. And he also says, it is exciting, Elise. Thank you. And Dr. Tachi says she can't wait for your cookbook. Yes, she can't wait. And look who else is in the building. It's Mr. Brian Young. Brian Young Creative is in the building, y'all. So good to see ya. And yeah, so here we are. And like I said, it's not going to be a long show. I probably end it quite early because I am just one of my buddies, her husband's nephew is here in New York City, and from France, from Montepella, I think it is. And so I promise that I will give him one day, at least one day of attention. So today I'm playing tour guide. So I gave him a whole itinerary today and said, would you like to go to this place? Would you like to go to that place? Would you like to do this and do that? And so I'm going to take him to a couple of places in the city, and we're going to focus on Midtown today. And so I'm going to get a head start early on that as well. So I'm going to be host to New York City to my buddy's nephew. And they were like, Ron, we'll pay you whatever you need. We'll pay for all the admissions. I said, don't worry about it. I got him. I got the nephew. And they always look out for me when I'm traveling with them. So I was like, of course I'll do it. Of course I would do that. That is not a problem. So that's my day for today, is being a tour guide of a sort. So no one put in here what they did this weekend. Holy moly. Adrian says, my son currently lives in a blue zone. Okinawa, yes, is a well-documented place for long life. Yes. Yes, it is. And oh, look, he says, tres bien. That's why Adrian said what he said. Don't let him read it. Don't let him say it online. I missed that part. I missed that, Anthony. I missed that you put French onto the board. And I only know 2 words of the 4. So, thank you, and do not egg Adrian on. Please do not. Yes. That was funny. Yes, well said. As I okay, got that. Okay, so what would you guys like to talk about? What happened this weekend? Anything that excites you about this weekend? Y'all want to talk about? I know we don't want to talk about the Orange Man, but I was like, holy moly, this fool. But we're not going there. I'm not going there. I'm resisting. But wait a minute. There was something that did happen this weekend that was really cool. And I saw, and I saved it. I hope I saved it into the right area. That coming up, I do believe Black Friday and Black Friday weekend blackout. Did y'all get that? Did y'all get that report? Did y'all get the announcements on your Instagram from several folks? We are shutting the country down as consumers. Someone, Elise, has been saying it for the longest. And it's going to happen. It is going to happen. You want to play with the people? You know the best way to get the government open? Get the corporations to be crying foul. So, Black Friday and the Black Friday weekend coming up in November. I do believe it's November, right? And I believe it's Black Friday. They're calling the blackout. There's a couple of groups that are doing it. So anyway, that is something I was like, gotta make sure I mention that today. Yeah. So we are definitely gonna be looking forward to that, and I will be sharing that as much as I can on the blackout. So that will be good. That is coming our way as consumers. Has anyone else seen that? Has anyone else seen that information or that news? Thank you, Adrian. Yes, y'all. Yes. Prayers up for Jamaica. I have a lot of friends that were born, raised, or from Jamaica. My buddy, he was on the phone yesterday. I talked to him yesterday, and he was saying he was on his phone with his sister who lives in Jamaica. This is the most. It will be the most catastrophic hurricane in Jamaican history. It is a Category 5 as of this morning, and is closely approaching Jamaica. And they interviewed someone on CNN, and he was saying there's nothing more we can do. There's nothing on our island, in our country, especially near the coastlines, that is strong enough to withstand to stand up against 165-mile-an-hour winds. And that's what they're expecting in Jamaica. So yes, thank you, Adrian, for that. Let's keep Jamaica in our prayers, and also keep a close tab on your loved ones there, and also to see how we can help, if we can help, if we need, because they're going to need a lot of help. There were also some organizations that were creating emergency bags as of this weekend, so they can get those as soon as the hurricane is done. They will be able to get that stuff down to them. So yes, this is one of the biggest. This is probably going to be one of the biggest events in the Northern Hemisphere, and I should say that, Northern Hemisphere, with Jamaica. So keep Jamaica in your prayers and the people that live there. Also, Bryson says, but we got mass blackout on November. Here it is, November 25th through December 2nd. That's it. Bryson has the information. Blackout Yes, the mass blackout. So we are not buying anything after during that Thanksgiving weekend, that whole week leading into 'cause that's when they get their Christmas sales. For those that are in retail, like I worked in retail for 12 years, 16 years. No, sorry, it's 14 years in retail. That is the week that's where you go black. Retailers are in the red for all of the year until they get to holiday shopping. But if no one shops, they stay in the red. And if they stay in the red, they will be upset. And if they are upset, they might say to the orange man, you need to get it together. Because, first of all, a lot of people that would be shopping anyway, if this shutdown continues, won't be able to afford to shop anywhere. Today, sorry, last it was Friday. Was it Friday? I think Friday was the first week of federal employees not getting their paychecks, meaning they're working for free. And on top of that, if you think life could not get worse, around the country, they are um, organizing food banks to support the federal workers, meaning they have designated days so that the federal workers could come in and get food. And what they found on Friday alone, they had food drives in several cities and states and towns, and the food banks were totally empty by the end of the day. One, I think it was, I'm not sure it was Alabama. They said that they had never ever seen their pantry empty, empty. Their cars lined up for, I guess, a mile in some places. People that need food around the country. And like I said, we are now moving into November 1st. That is this weekend. Right? November 1st is Saturday. And healthcare, SNAP. Well, let's start with SNAP. SNAP, anything related to SNAP, gone. No food stamps, no food and reimbursements, nothing done as of this Saturday. Where are people going to get food? How are people going to eat? But yet they think this is cool because they want to build a ballroom and they want to do this and they want to do that. And it's going to wake people up that the Democrats are fighting for these people that did not want to vote for the Democrats. They wanted to vote for the orange fool, but they did not want to put the woman in the White House. But now, being a Republican may not be the best thing this week. Starting out, the states that are going to be the most affected are the red states. No food. No food. Like right the beginning of what they call the what was it called, the when the French rose up and they said no, 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 and then the Queen, was it Queen Antoinette? She says, let them eat cake. No one knows if that's true that she said that, but they use it as an analogy. Let them eat cake. And but yeah. America, 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 wake up. These people, the Democrats, and they need to be out there more. I don't know why the Democrats are not out every day. That's a whole other story. But the Democrats are on the right side of history. And I do wish that the Democrats would make more of a noise about it. I think Democrats should be on every news station. They need to do advertisements. They need to have money up the wazoo on commercials on every channel in every red state. You are losing your snap because, and this is why, because we want to protect you for your health care. Because that's what the Democrats are doing. The Democrats are holding the line for health care in America. In some states, also starting on Saturday, I do believe it's this Saturday, or maybe it's Monday, they will see their insurances. All of us will see our insurance policies change, our health insurance. And they are calculating that they're going to be 4 times more than what they are now. No one believed us when we said it's going to get really bad here. It's about to get really bad in America. It's going to get scary bad. But I always say, prepare for the worst. Plan for the worst. Prepare for the worst. And hope for the better. I see here. All right, so the blackout post. Good. Okay, Bryce is talking about the hurricane. Okay, we got that one covered. So we got. Oh, DS says. So this weekend I cleaned up my studio, getting it ready for the coming few weeks. Then I binge watch Halloween. How many of you folks celebrate Halloween? Does anyone celebrate Halloween in this community? I just like photographing the festivities. Okay, now DS is showing off. DS is showing off. I know you say I am, but I don't know half the words in this word. I don't know half the words. But I know some of them. I know the entrepreneur. I know the I am. I know you. I know grandeur. Stop showing off, Mr. DS. Now I'm sure you will put up your translation so that we all can know what you just said. Okay. And Hannah says, I read about it yesterday, blackout. I will definitely be a part of it. Hey, Aya's in the building. What's going on? Aya. Grand Rising Ron, everyone, touch base daily. Again, if you're in the building, make sure you hit the like. But get everything you need before Thanksgiving comes. Yes, get all your things that you need now. If you need things, plan. Guys, you gotta keep in mind a plan. You gotta have a plan A, plan B, a plan C. Yes, get what you need. Get the things you need now. But I can tell you, a lot of folks are not shopping for Christmas. They're not going to have money for food. Some folks are on their left. Most Americans are one paycheck from being on the street. Most Americans live from paycheck to paycheck to paycheck. There are very few Americans that don't. Most people are finagling and saying, okay, I'm going to pay this bill this month, but I'm going to skip it next month, and I'm going to pay this one this month, and juggling. That's where we are. So keep your eyes on ways we can help other people too. Bryson says, and this Saturday, SNAP benefits and food stamps, I got it, will be shut down, and daylight saving times begins. Yes, y'all. I hate this time of the year. Sorry. I mean, I love the autumn, but once we go into this time change, I hate it, and I don't like it that it's dark when you wake up to go out and dark when you come home. Don't like it. I love the light. I love the sunlight. Okay. America is not ready. Yeah. America is not ready for a woman to become president. They will be after this. I do believe Kamala's going to run again. I do believe she will run. I think she'll run in 2028. Jetty says, I am hopeful it will wake people up, but I need people to understand this SNAP situation will affect us all equally because you're going to see price hikes. Yes, and say Jazzy, you said something. I do, but I think let me get the numbers right. The SNAP program is not only it's a great program because not only is it feeding families, but it is also a contributor to the economy. For every dollar spent in SNAP, I do believe the return on it is a dollar 35. It may be a dollar, and maybe it's a dollar 45. But I do believe it's a dollar. I do believe it's a dollar 35. So for every dollar that is spent on SNAP, you add 35 cents into the economy of each purchase. And a lot of organizations that buy supplies depend on SNAP. And that's how money is generated in most communities. A lot of communities. So it's gonna hurt all of us. It's gonna hurt everyone. Kimmy Kim says, yet we are still paying federal taxes that support all those benefits. Exactly, right? They should just say, okay, no more taxes. So you're not paying, but hey, that's not gonna happen. JD says they Dems have to use their social media platforms and try to get ads on these stations. But remember, these stations are owned by conservatives. That's why they need to pay. Because money is still green. And in these conservative states, if you pay for it, they'll put those ads out. So get those ads going, Democrats. Get those ads in billboards. Get the billboards out. We are fighting for your health care. That should be on every highway billboard. Digital, paper, every billboard in the red states. We Democrats are fighting for you. We are fighting for your health care. We are fighting for your food. Come on, Democrats. Keep it simple. Keep it simple. Anyway, like I said, I'm not beating up the Democrats. I know some folks think I'm going to beat up the Democrats. I'm just encouraging the Democrats to pick it up. Get going, y'all. Get going. This is the greatest window you have in this political season. Get out there and make some noise, Democrats. Okay, what is DS saying? DS says, translated into English, I'm excited to see you on the new journey, and I'm excited to see how you grow through this journey. Well, thank you for the interpretation, Mr. DS. Omar's in the building. Omar says, good morning, everyone. Hey, Omar, I might have to come visit you. I have to come visit Omar. I figure out how to do this. I gotta get this I gotta get Omar on the calendar. I gotta try to do it. Oh, thank you, Jazzy. It's $1.37. So it's 37 cents is infused back into the economy for SNAP. Thank you, Jazzy. I knew you guys knew. Somebody in here always knows the information. I wasn't off. I was off by 2 cents. Jazzy says, and it's a quick, there we go. Here we go. Jazzy says, it's a quick return back into the community. Jazzy also says, $37 is what we all pay into SNAP a year. There is less than 3% of fraud in the SNAP program. And they have convinced a bunch of people that there is major fraud. The lies, the propaganda. Not only that, they keep saying that SNAP, people that are immigrants, illegal immigrants, are getting SNAP. Not so. You must be a citizen to get SNAP. And let me tell you, I went through filling out the paperwork for my mother when she had SNAP. When she as a senior citizen, you're eligible for SNAP. So I went through the forms with her, and it's a process. You not everyone's just getting SNAP. It's just you don't just say, "Hey, I just want to sign up for SNAP." It doesn't work that way. You gotta put information. You gotta prove. You gotta put your billings. You gotta do a lot of stuff. You don't just get SNAP because it's like available to you. You have to work on that application. Let's see. Okay. Hey, Omar said, anytime, buddy. That's right. I'm coming down. Gotta figure it out, Omar. I'm figuring it out. I'm gonna figure it out. Hmm. Yeah, we'll get it together. Maybe it's the first part of January. Maybe. Maybe it's the first part of January. Omar, maybe it's the first part of January. Put it on your calendar. A tentative date. I mean, if you are not like roaming somewhere else, but it could be the first couple of weeks, maybe the first week in January. Maybe I'll leave from you and then go to Namibia. I don't know. We'll figure it out. The food plan, that wasn't French. That was DS. Were you speaking in tongues? He said, that wasn't French. That was tongues. Just a jokey joke. I'm being silly. Yes, I can. I'm still trying to figure out where DS. I want to know where you were at Brooklyn Tabernacle. I just want to know where you were because I know if you were at Brooklyn Tabernacle, I know you. I mean, obviously, I know you here, but I probably knew you back at 290. Jazzy says most don't even realize how little you get in benefits, and the majority of those on SNAP work full times. Can we say that one more time? That for the people in the back of the room, most don't even realize how little you get in benefits. And here's the clincher. Here is the clincher. The majority of those on SNAP they work full time. Let's say it one more time for the people in the back that may not be listening. The majority of those on SNAP work full time. It's so cruel the way people want to see others suffer. When did it become? Yeah. Okay. It is time to sum it all up. Sum it all up. I want you to do something different. Usually I have the Motivation Monday, but today I want you to come up with a motivational sentence for the community. There you go. I'm turning it around on you. You are a part of this community. We are a community. Now, usually I have a whole Motivation Monday all listed out, did my little research and all that stuff. And I could just simply do that and go to my, Patreon page where all those things live. Of all of the Motivation Mondays we've ever had are living on Patreon. I could easily pull from one of them. But I want to do something different. I want you to give a motivational sentence. This is it. You have 2 minutes. 2 minutes to come up with some motivational sayings. And while you're doing that, I'm going to just do the banners, or you want to call the ads. But I want you to motivate the community. I want you to have purpose other than just showing up. I want you not only to show up, but I want you to engage. And I want you to motivate the community. So, can you do that while I do the messaging, while I do my advertisements? Okay. One is join the email list. You should join the email list. by going to ronlewisphotos.com. You can find out what's going on, what's in the know. You are, for those folks that I got on the list, you are overdue a newsletter. So let's get that together. I'm going to get that together. Now that I have more free time and now the moving is behind me, I'm going to do that. So get on the email list. Number 2, I am an event photographer. And if you need me to photograph your event, I don't care where it is in the country. I don't care anywhere in the world. If I can get there and if you can get me there, I'll be there to photograph your projects. So, event photography, ronlewisphotos.com. Also, again, a big thank you to our Patreon members. I had one person that met me yesterday at the Harlem event. She says, Ron, I'm going to join your Patreon. I'm going to do it this week. Please send me the link. I said, thank you so much for supporting. She said, I love what you guys are doing on Touch Base Daily. So that's great. If you're not a member of the Patreon community, that's where everything lives. That's where everything ends up. Make sure you support. Okay, so support. And again, I would like to say thank you for your support. It helps us create amazing content. Okay, and last but not least, and while I'm doing this, you guys should be putting together your motivation thought for the week for everybody. Okay, you're invited. Join my YouTube channel here by liking and subscribing. Like what you see, subscribe, and take it one step further and share. Okay, do that. Okay, I think I got all the announcements in, and let's see what you guys are saying. Let's see how you are encouraging one another. That's what I like to see. I want to see encouraging words. Usually when you're encouraging others, you encourage yourself. Before you go there, DS has something here that he says, yes, you borrowed 100 from me at Brooklyn Tavern. You don't remember me. Never. I never borrow money. So sorry. Sorry, DS. And Anthony says, I applied for SNAP in 2008 and they told me I made too much money. I was on unemployment at the time. I'm telling you, it's not easy to get SNAP. Jazzy says, I'm not going to even hold you. I need some motivation today. You need some. So the team is going to motivate. Here we go. Adrian says, even in the blur, there's beauty. Focus will come with time. That's a good quote. I like that. Let's say that again. Can we just meditate on this one? Even in the blur, there's beauty. Focus will come with time. Wow. Oh, I got to put a star next to that one. That was good. That was good. Okay. DS says, don't wait for the perfect moment. Take the moment and make it perfect. Whoa. Oh, yes. I'm going to give that a double. That's a double. Don't wait for the perfect moment. Take the moment and make it perfect. Y'all, that's nice. And then he continues, growth begins at the edge of your comfort zone. Woo! I love that. I love that. I love it. That was a good one. There's Dr. Tachi. She says, take a lesson from Ron Foster. Don't wait for permission to live your best life and be your best self. Don't wait, y'all. Don't wait. Live your best life now. Whatever that looks like. Live your best life now. And don't let the superficial get in the way. Live your best life now. DS has another one. Here's a motivation quote that changed my life many years ago. If you don't follow your dreams, you will continue to work for someone who did. Ooh, ain't that the truth? And Adrian said he was trying to blend some photography and biblical principles, even when the frame looks dark. Remember, the light has never stopped shining. Mm. Are y'all feeling these quotes? Are y'all feeling this? I am. I'm getting some motivation. This is motivating me. Hannah says, my motivation Monday comes from Elise. Live your life. Live your life. Don't just exist. Don't just exist. Dr. Taji says, go, Adrian. Come on with the camera focus metaphor. Jazzy said, y'all better come through with the motivation. Yes, right. Adrian saying, snap, 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 snap. That's right. Omar says, even the darkest night will end and the sun will rise. I like that. I like it. I like it. And Anthony says, God creates the beauty. My camera and I are a witness. Come on, photographers in the building. That's a photographer's witness. That is a photographer's witness. God creates the beauty. My camera and I are a witness. Woo! Yeah. And Bryson says, my positive note is to keep shining. And Brian says, 100. The Dr. Taji says, Adrian Florence, yes, remove the lens cap from your life. Woo! Oh, Dr. Tachi. Where's the mic? I'm not dropping my mic, but you know what I mean. Drop the mic. Remove the lens cap. That's right. Don't try to take a picture with a lens cap on. It only looks dark. And Dia says, you don't have to be great to start, but you have to start to be great. Man, you guys are rocking. You guys are rocking. This is the best way to end, right? Jazzy says, in the words of Dory, just keep swimming. Just keep swimming. Thank you guys for joining me today on this Touch Base Daily. I love you guys. That's why this community puts it all together. That was some motivation. Celebrating your Motivation Monday. Okay, guys, have a great day, and I will see you tomorrow. Take care. Do something that blesses you and gives you some joy. Talk to you later. See you tomorrow. Hello, and thank you for joining us today. Make sure you hit the like, the subscribe, and leave a comment on this video. I would love to hear from you. Thank you again. Until I see you next time.